Hello, my friends. Welcome to Dave's Skillet. Went through my recipes that I've put down so far, and I don't have a stew. Not a French stew, not a cowboy stew, not any kind of stew. Not a beef stew of any kind. So today we're going to make a stew. It's a winter is on us, and I don't have a stew. I can't believe I don't have a stew. Anyway, we're going to make one. This here that I'm going to be using in that stew will be a packet of short ribs, and this is just stew meat, boneless stew meat. They don't tell you what kind of meat it is. It just says beef for stew, boneless, small pack, whatever that is. 3 potatoes, a yellow onion, 1 carrot. I've got about 2 stalks of celery in all because they are trimmed down. I'm going to use some garlic, probably about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of garlic. 1 beef bouillon cube, and 1 tablespoon of puree, or not puree, paste. So I've got kosher salt, cracked pepper, and some olive oil to start the process. First, I'll have to chop all this stuff up, and then we'll get on with it. Now we just do a kind of a rough chop. Nothing real fancy about it. I've done the celery bits like this, and then the carrots, they're not real thin. They're kind of like a coin on a slant. So yeah, and then the onions, not going to make them real thin either. About a 1/4 inch, something like that. They're going to go in the pot first, and then the meat will follow. Before we do that, we got to season the meat. I'm going to put the celery in last because it's going to be a different cooking time and ratio for that, and I don't want to overcook them and turn them into something not so nice. Now, make sure you wash your potatoes off. You don't know where they've been or who handled them, etc., etc. Kind of chunky. That's the cut I'm going for. You can see the size. It'll be easier to do it that way. And they're going to be nice. These are russets. You can use whatever potatoes you like, but I'm pretty sure the russets for this stew are best. He's kind of small, so we'll just put him in there. And that's the potatoes. And then I'm going to have garlic. So we'll get, I think, probably 3 cloves will be enough for this. I can break them apart. Yeah, okay. I got them. There. Kind of, sort of. Spoon, right? You don't want to come off the stem. Yeah, finally. Wow. Okay. I'm breaking them up into bits, but that's okay. They're going to get broke up anyway. For some strange reason, this thing just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Yeah, finally. Gosh. Wow. One went overboard, that's okay. That happens. I try not to worry about it too much. I just pick another one. There's all kinds of fancy ways to take the stalk off. I can't be bothered right now. I'm kind of in a hurry, which doesn't make any sense, but that's just me. Oh gosh. And I'm going to kind of make them a thin chop. Kind of. I'll take my bigger knife and mince them up. This knife is not really designed for what I'm currently doing. It's a bit flimsy that way. So I got a real flexible blade. You don't use a real flexible blade for that work. Whew. I gotta find my knife. Couldn't believe I didn't have any stew. That just could not. And I mean, I went through all of them. I opened up my folder to all the videos I've done, and I looked. I was like, "There's not a single stew recipe." Yeah, I got crock pots. I got everything. Dutch oven this, Dutch oven that, but I don't have any stews. I have soups, but no stews. So, wow. We will just have to fix that problem. I'm going to be adding some wine to this today. Some use a white wine. I'm going to use a red. Going to be 1 cup of that. The rest will be water with a bouillon cube. And 1 tablespoon of plain flour. Now, that's sticky. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Put that on the burner. And I gotta get it going. Just gonna salt and pepper these. No real big deal for it. They look good. They really look good. And we put in the stew meat. There we go. And break it up. Now this is on the bone. This got the rib meat's on the bone. So I'm going to get some extra flavor out of that from the marrow. All I can tell you is, damn, it's going to be that good. It's going to be a shockingly good recipe. I hope you try this way. And some salt. Using kosher sea salt. There we go. And some black pepper, ground. There we go. Some cracked on top of that. "20 cranks on the wheel. Turn on the stove. Add some olive oil. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit. I thought about adding bacon, but I decided not to. I think that might be a bit much. So, we'll be right back as soon as this gets up to temp. Oh, that pepper's getting me. Oh. That'll adage of watch pot won't boil is nonsense. Don't listen to that. As soon as the rib meat is brown, turn them over right away, because we don't want to burn that or overcook that. So, now we add the onion. As soon as they turn translucent, I shall add the garlic. And then I shall add the tomato paste. They're looking good. Just a little bit of salt on the other side of the meat and on the onion. There we go. And some more black pepper. This is probably going to make me sneeze my head off, but it's going to be so good. 10 cranks on the wheel. That's enough this time. Oh gosh. I told you I'd sneeze. Now I put potatoes in water. That's to keep them from turning rust. Oh gosh, oh my. I'm going to sneeze my head off the rest of this recipe. Oh man. Looks like rain today, so this is a good day for me to do this too. I sure don't feel like going out in the rain. I was going to go out. 60 degrees today in Chicago. But with the rain, that'll be a humid 60. No thanks. I don't like rain that much. Oh, good grief. Now we're going to add the garlic. Right in there. Now we're real close to adding the liquid, because I don't want the garlic to burn. Picked up a bottle of red yesterday. $4.99. Food for less. I talked to my sister about this, and we were concerned that the price might go up because of the fire. But still selling it for cheap. Although this is the cheap twist cap, this isn't the cork version, so they probably got plenty of this stuff. So they're home. You can use whatever wine you have or like, your favorite. This is not the best wine in the world, I know that, but for this recipe, it is quite adequate. I'm not using the white wine because I'm not going the French version on this anyway. So there it is. If you want the French version, use the white wine. Go. I'll be throwing the carrots in here in a minute and then adding the wine. Pick up the fondant on the bottom. I don't have the carrots now. Doesn't matter. You don't want to add too many carrots unless you really like a lot of carrot flavor, because it will override your flavors. And I try to cook so that not one ingredient overpowers the entire dish. What would be the point? You might as well just have a dish of whatever you're working on. Make it carrot stew if you want all carrot flavor. So I think I hear that number. Here we go. Now I'm going to let that cook for about 20 minutes, just like that. Not going to do anything to it, just going to let it boil away. Set the timer for it. 20-minute timer. And we will return in 20 minutes. That smells nice. It might be a cheap one and all that, but it smells nice in the bowl here, in the pot. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put the beef bouillon cube in now. I'm just going to crush it up. This is a Knorr brand. As you can see, it crumbled up in my hand fairly easy. That's why I buy those kind. They break up and they will dissolve into the mix quickly. So I don't have to wait a half an hour or an hour for the bouillon cube to finally do its stuff. There it is. That's looking good. And we'll put the lid just like that. I'm going to turn the temperature to 3. And I'm going to add the tomato paste now. Got to open this thing up. I'm only going to use half of this packet, so I got to put the rest of it in the freezer. I like these. These are good. The tube ones are even better. But I don't want to open my tube since I have this one here. Yeah, that'll work. Now, spread that around a bit. Spread the joy around. I think I need to add a bit more. It's not quite a full measure of tablespoons. So. There we go. That'll work. Now, I can go sit down and watch TV for a while. 20 minutes anyway. That's the nice thing about doing these recipes like this. If you're making a stew, it does give you some time to do other things. Just don't forget that you got that on a timer. Otherwise you'll come back to a disaster. Here, that's in the freezer, and we'll be back. Alright, I think it's at temperature now. I can add the flour. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. Yep. That just got me right in the glasses. Oh, wow. All right. That is looking. I gotta take my glasses off. They're finished. I can't even see out of them. Yeah. Totally fogged out. Okay. I don't need it for close-up work anyway, so take them off. Right. I'm using a measured tablespoon of flour, which is probably the best thing to do. Just it's a level. Just 1 tablespoon, no more. Don't want to go crazy there. Don't want to put too much. This is going to be our thickener. I've got to stir it around so it doesn't get all lumpy on us. There you go. You can put it in sooner. I just choose to do it now because I got the wine in there. Gosh, that really smells good. I like it with a little bit of liquid going on. It's already broken the flour down already. And the liquid's going to help cook it that much faster anyway, now that I got it up to a boil. Now I'm going to leave the lid off and let this reduce down. I'll be adding 2 cups of water after that. Now I got the bouillon cube in there. And I guarantee you, this thing's going to rock with flavor. It's going to rock. Yeah. So we'll leave it, and I did this 5 minutes early because I wanted to get it in there now. So we're going to go ahead and give it 30 minutes, and I'll let it go the full 30 this time. I'll not stop it because I want it to genuinely reduce down. There we go. That is looking really good. It's on 3. I'm going to leave it on 3. Okay. That's the time up on that. The alcohol in there is all gone. As you can see, we are down to the bottom for liquid, which is what I was trying to do. So now we got to add some more liquid. And we're going to add 2 cups of water right away. And then we'll give it a stir. And I'll probably add another cup of water. Oh yeah, that is looking good. The meat has been coming off the bone. But I'm going to leave the bones in the stew, even if they come off, doesn't matter. I'm going to take a taste, see where I'm at. Oh yeah, it needs more water. Not a lot, but it needs more water. When I was down to 10 minutes, I reduced hob to low. There we go. Don't want to add too much to it because then it'll dilute the flavors down. I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, that's it. We'll add the celery, and we're going to add the potatoes. There we go. Give that a good stir. It's going to be another hour. And we'll put this on 3. Actually 2. 2 would be better. And we'll cover it. Now what you could do at this point, you can put the oven at 250, cover it, and put it in the oven. Or you can just do it like this. I'm going to put it on number 2. That'll work. So yeah, I've given you an option. If you put it in the oven, it's still going to be an hour. So we'll set the timer. And we will be back in 1 hour, which is, well, 2 seconds for you guys. Well, 1 hour later, I've taken the lid off about 20 minutes ago. Didn't want it to reduce down. Didn't want it to boil out of control. So, give it a stir at this point. Take a look. Smells good. A little bit cracked pepper on there. That's not much. I gotta add some more. About 20 turns on the thing here will do it. There. Yeah, I can smell it now. See if these potatoes are done. Yeah. Check a piece of meat. It's almost there. I think it's going to take another hour, but on low. Covered on low, yeah. It's good, it's tender. But I think it needs more time. Oh. Now that comes right off. This is tender. I can see it's tender. Oops. Dropped it right back in the pool. Oops. Rib meat is slightly more tender, but that is a better cut of meat. Get what you pay for. Another hour. Oh yeah. So it's on low, the lowest possible low, and I'll let it go for an hour. We'll be back. Okay, last 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I got one last thing I'm going to add. I thought about it. If you have it, great. Do it. I'm going to put some corn in there. Corn on the cob. I'm going to wash the frostiness off of them. Don't want that part. They should be done in a half an hour. Free up some room in my freezer. Have you seen the price of corn on the cob in the stores? Woo! Like $4, you know, for a couple of ears. Man, crazy prices. Crazy prices. Okay, it's wintertime, I get it. Off season, totally. I bought these in the summertime, so I'm going to use them up though anyway. Let's try this piece of meat right here, because it looks good. Oh. Now the stove was off, so it's not going to boil. Out of control, but it is hot, very hot. Like this piece of meat is burning my mouth. Oh man, it is tender, but it needs the rest of that 30 minutes. And we will be back. Okay, we're back. We got just a few minutes left on the clock here. So, I guess I gotta answer the phone. And I'll be back again. Okay, that's one. A phone call in the middle of it. Let's see what we got. And they are coming off the bone as clean as that. Look at that. So yep, I would say that meat is tender, probably fork tender, no doubt. They are all clean. Wow. Okay. All 4 bones. Yeah. Wow. Great. It's looking good. Smelling good too. So I guess I will take one of these. There we go. I don't think I really need to thicken it by letting it sit in its own juices to stew and turning the stove off. Yeah, that was a pretty good deal. That's looking good. So, the taste. I'm gonna get a little bit of that. Oh, that's good carrot. Get some potato. Oh yeah, that's good. Celery. Perfect. Now the meat's tender. It's not dry. It's nice and moist and juicy. Oh. Comments below, bon appetit, because you're going to love this one.